Hey guys, thank you for checking out our video. My name's Sean Elders and this is Pinnacle Combat Arts. Like, subscribe, comment down below, hit the bell so you can be notified every time we get a new video. Today we're going to be talking about what is trapping. Let's get started. So trapping, what is trapping? Hand immobilizing or foot immobilizing, okay? What's the reality of trapping? The reality of trapping is the best way to find out is to do it in sparring and see what works and what doesn't work for you. It all depends on that. It also depends on street altercations, okay? Sparring and street are two different things. How does a fight or a situation get started, okay? If it's a street altercation or somebody has a problem with you, or are you attacked right away? There's so many aspects of this. Are you military? Are you in a military situation and let's say you're sweeping a building and you come around a corner and you and an assailant clash, okay? All of a sudden, you're gonna be going into a clashing situation where either striking types of trapping systems are involved, or you're gonna go into grappling or clinch, okay? Well, guess what? Grappling and clinch are aspects of trapping, because what is trapping? Trapping is to simply immobilize a hand or a foot or an arm or a position or a hip those are all different types of trapping. So when we talk about trapping, the important thing is that in Pinnacle Combat, we talk about it not as just a Wing Chun trapping style or a Silat trapping style or a Filipino Kali, Filipino martial arts trapping style. We are not confined by having a certain ideology. Okay, we do not confine ourselves because we know the reality of combat is we may need to use something from whatever works to make it happen for us so we are successful in our combat. And that's an important part of this whole thing. So first of all, we'll talk about the 5 different types of trapping. And the 5 different types of trapping are, the first one is what we call, I call it boxing trapping. So it's out of a boxing structure. So when somebody's sitting there and they're throwing punches, and stuff like that, you can actually trap a hand, okay? What does that mean? Immobilizing it for a moment, redirecting it for a moment, basically taking a punch, okay, and preventing them from using that hand for a moment to create a new open line. Okay, and I'll just show you a couple of them. Okay, so a basic one is when she throws a jab, I stop it and then I create an opening and I throw a punch. Okay, so she throws that punch. I can redirect it for a moment, which is trapping it. Okay, because I'm going to move it off to the side and I come straight in with a series of strikes, creating a new line of attack. She could be in her fighting stance and I just stop the hand for a moment and I hit her. That's trapping the hand. No matter if it doesn't have to look like the traditional Wing Chun trap where I come in and I trap it like this. No, it is simply immobilizing that hand, okay? So she's here and I can just go boom like that with that same hand, okay? I could also, for instance, she's got her hands up like that and all I do is just trap this hand and I hook just like that, okay? That is what I would talk about when we talk about hand trapping or boxing trapping. I'm sorry, boxing trapping. So, one of the things is if we're inside the clinch and I come here like this and I use my elbow like this and create this opening to hit in that spot just for a few seconds, just to get a shot there. Boom, there's a reaction. That creates a new line of attack, that new opening, okay? So that's what I call boxing trap. And I have a whole series of curriculum just based on boxing trapping, okay? So the second one is what we call hand trapping, okay? And hand trapping is what we would call closer to the Wing Chun type of trapping or Kali trapping, okay? Is where you and this other person are, they're standing there and they're going to use their hands and they're going to occupy their center line area, or I call the box, okay? So the box is from my shoulders to her shoulders, there's a natural box. And she's going to hold that center line area. And this is where you would see, for instance, what I call percussion strikes, where we box out, or pulling traps like this, okay, or wedging type of situations where we're in this type of position, and all we're doing is we're trying to redirect those hands for a moment to create a new line of attack. And that is what I call trapping hands, okay? Trapping hands. I'm trapping those hands for a moment. It could be that she's reaching for a gun, and I trap that hand for a moment, and I'm hitting her like this, and I come in and I either go take her to the ground or I do whatever. It could be any of those kind of things. That is the idea of it, okay? If she, for instance, she starts to draw for a gun, and I trap this hand, and then I come this way a little bit. I trap this hand, and then I grab the elbow. See that? And now I can keep and prevent her from pulling a gun out or a knife out or whatever. That's what I call trapping hands, okay? This is specifically my type of material, okay? Some of you Wing Chun guys out there, I'm sure you're gonna be hating all over this. But the idea is that these are the types of situations where the hands are up high, the hands are down low, maybe they grab my wrists, okay? And I'm using some traps here. You know, she stops me, okay, and I'm wedging. She stops me, okay, I trap and I go here. I can do different types of traps from all sorts of different systems, from Silat or Filipino Kali, or from Wing Chun. It's not just one style or system that we need to be able to use anything to our advantage to try to deal with that type of an attack, okay? And so that is what I call trapping hands. Then we go into what we call clinch trapping. Okay, clinch trapping is, some of it may seem more like grappling. Okay, some of it is like Thai boxing trapping. Some of it will be like Filipino / Silat or Indonesian types of trapping. But trapping could simply be I grab the neck, okay, and I'm using this neck position to control the body. Okay. It could be that I have double here, and I'm using it to do my knees here. See that? I could be driving, and I could headbutts and elbows and all those good kind of things like that. What I'm trying to do is I'm trying to help you explore and go beyond what you've thought before, go beyond the boundaries that you may have created for yourself, to go beyond that and be able to see things from a different perspective. And that's very, very important. Okay, it could be that I'm trapping the body. I got the lat and I got the tricep, and I'm in this type of position. What I'm doing is I'm trying to hold that position. I can create lines, the knee and headbutt, okay? I can use the arm drag, okay, to go to the back. I can do all those kind of different things, but it's more from the clinch position, okay? The clinch position could be she's coming at me, and I got to hold my hands here, and I got a hold of her here like this. This is trapping, okay? I'm trapping the position just like that. I could trap and then arm drag and then go into whatever from there, okay? And that is the idea of what we call the clinch position. Now, grappling trapping, I call it grappling trapping, could be anywhere. It could be that when we're on the ground, I put one hand, brace it to the ground, or I use a leg or a shin or a whatever to the ground, and I'm pressing it down so I can create a new line of attack. Those are types of grappling techniques. Could be either on the ground or could be on standing up, that kind of thing, where, for instance, I just take this hand and I push it just like this, see, against the body, just like that. You know, I could grab the foot and pull, do it, ankle pick, that kind of thing. All these different things, they're all part of what I call trapping. Why? Because you're immobilizing a limb. You're immobilizing the body in some way to create a new line of attack. And so that's what trapping, what I'm trying to do is educate you and help you maybe think outside the box of what trapping truly is, instead of just staying inside whatever confine that you were used to doing. I hope this helps. I hope you guys adventure and explore. Comment down below. I'd love to hear what you guys have to say about it. Okay, see you guys next time. Panantukan Level 1. This program is one of the most streamlined. It's over 8.5 hours long. It gives you everything step by step, everything that you need fundamentals breakdown of all the exercises you need, understanding of empty hand, how to use fight without gloves, with gloves. It's going to teach you all the aspects that you need about the foundation and fundamentals of Panantukan. Okay, unlike what we see a lot of times now in the combatives in the Filipino martial arts world, a lot of techniques, a lot of drills, but how do you make those drills go from the drill to actual real combatives? And that's what this program, this is the first level to that, and getting you set up, learning all the aspects of how do I engage, what's the techniques, what do I need to practice to get myself where I'm able to be adaptable in combat. Okay, that's the most important thing. That's what everybody's looking for. How do I get better? How am I able to adapt when somebody attacks me? What am I supposed to do? How am I supposed to do it? What I'm going to do is I'm giving you a different perspective on Panantukan, unlike what you see in this modern day where you see a lot of drills and exercises that just don't translate to real combat. I call the meat and potatoes of combat. Not the fluff, not all the extra stuff, but only simply the things that you really need that are going to help you be effective in combat. But the most important thing in combat is to survive. The most important thing is to be able to adapt, okay? And so that's what this program is all about. This is going to help you go to that next level. It doesn't matter if you're a beginner or you've been doing this for 10 years. I'm going to help fill in those gaps, fill in those holes that you've never learned before. Go to our website, pinnaclecombatarts.com. There you can find out more about what I do and the classes that I provide. Thank you guys so much for your support and have a great day.